There's a new face at the helm of the Gold Circle board. Dr. Pumla Mnganga is a multi-talented, multi-faceted person who has much to bring to the table and the sport of horse racing.
I'm really excited to take on this role in horse racing. It's something that I've reflected on for quite some time, and a role that I feel that I'm really excited to take on from this year onwards. If you really follow the economic model of horse racing, it's very evident that the turnovers that are generated from the tote are declining, and therefore one of the most significant challenges for horse racing is to diversify its income streams and to grow its revenue generating capacity. And that is a challenge that, together with the CEO and the management team and other members of the board, I'm really excited to take on, to ensure that Gold Circle has a strong, financially sustainable base of which to serve the industry.
Mnganga has made a name for herself as a very successful businesswoman.
I started out my career at Deloitte, went on to Tongaat Hewlett, and whilst at Tongaat Hewlett decided to start my investment holding company on my own, together with 3 ladies that I was with at high school, at Epworth High School in Pietermaritzburg. And we've been running that business ever since. It's an infrastructure and transport investment holding company. We have investments in various transport and infrastructure companies across South Africa, and that is what I run. When I left Tongaat Hewlett, I decided to develop a portfolio career, so I decided to have various organizations that I was involved in. So I'm involved in a number of corporations as a non-executive director. I'm also involved in civil society, in higher education, and in community development. And in all those areas, my role has been non-executive, and I've sat on the board. So since my days at Tongaat Hewlett, where I served on the board of Moreland, I've continued to serve on boards ever since. Various different types of boards, ranging from listed boards through to community development. And so I think that it's just a natural evolution to chair the board of Gold Circle, an environment that I've been in for quite some time. When my children were much younger, I made a decision, and that decision was that I was going to aggressively pursue my career, and at the same time I was going to give the motherhood project the best shot that I possibly could. And I decided that the best way to do that was to develop a portfolio career where I was involved with a number of organizations, but essentially I was in control of my time, and I was in control of what I chose to do and what I chose not to do. And I have prioritized my children, especially when they were much younger. As my children have gotten older, obviously I've had to spend less time with them, and I'm spending more time with my business and my other involvements. But I've been apologetic about my primary identity as a mom and as a wife. And I think you can balance both and still be fulfilled. I think that my observation is that a lot of women tend to hold back and not lean in and engage into areas of discomfort, engage into areas that make them feel scared and challenged and vulnerable. I think the challenge is really to engage that, and you'll be surprised what you achieve.
Mnganga ended a 4-year stint as chair of the UKZN Council in June last year.
Just serving the university and taking 2 universities that were previously separate and taking them through a really difficult merger and allowing a university to then emerge with a new identity to a point where it now leads research. It's the most research productive university in South Africa and the most transformed university in South Africa was an absolute privilege. I enjoyed every minute of the challenge.
During her term as chair of the UKZN Council, Mnganga successfully completed her research doctorate through Wits University on the subject of social entrepreneurship, a topic that allowed her to merge her lifelong commitment to community development with her substantial business expertise.
I was looking at entrepreneurs who innovate for social purposes, who identify social problems and develop businesses, social businesses to solve those problems. And it articulates with me because I have a great involvement in business and I'm also very involved in the social side. So it's an intersection of two areas that have featured in my life throughout in my career. And I wanted to develop that further and to have a thesis that embraces that concept and promotes it. I am an extremely proud South African and African. I've had the opportunity to travel Africa and I've had the opportunity to travel the world. And against that background, I still believe that there is no place I'd rather be or live in than South Africa. In as much as we have challenges on the economic front, on the development front, and the political front, I think all of us must play a positive role. All of us must identify an area or a domain where we can make a difference. And having been involved in various industries, I'm involved in the retail industry, I'm involved in the horse racing industry, infrastructure, I feel that we must use whatever talents and capabilities that we have to make a positive difference to this country and to build it.